Here we are going to see about modules, that is modular programming. See here, a program can be divided into small functional modules that work together to get the output. So we decided to do the program addition, subtraction, multiplication in a single program means okay, we are developing a program. So instead of developing this addition, subtraction, multiplication in a single program, if we write addition is in one program, subtraction is in one program, and division is in one program, means that is dividing a big program into small programs, small functional modules. This is called the modular programming or module. See, the process of subdividing a computer program into separate subprograms is called the modular programming. So modular programming, so here we have example modular programming. This is a single program. This blue color area is a single program we decided to develop. So instead of developing this entire blue color area, entire program in a one person, if we divide this program into small concept, means see, this is one, this is second, and this one is the third. If we divide the big program into small program, means easily we can develop the small area codes. So individual person, this is developed by one person, first code, and second one is developed by one person, and third one is developed by one person. Workload is reduced. This is the main advantage. A number of characteristics and benefits we are going to discuss here. The modular programming. See here the characteristics. First one, characteristics of modules. The following are the descriptive characteristics of module. The first one, modules contains instructions, processing, logic, and data. So instruction, programming code that performs a process. How to perform a process with the help of some logic with on the data. So that is nothing the programming codes, addition codings, A, B, two are the data, between the two are the data we are performing process. That is inside the function what we will write the programming code. So that is modules contains instructions, processing, and logic and data. Then modules can be separately compiled and stored in a library. So I told you the first file is developed by one person in his machine or her machine. So they store in their computer. The second one is developed by one person and stored in their machines. Third one also the same way. So see here, modules can be compiled and stored in a library. So each file is compiled a particular developer's machine compiler. And then modules can be included in a program. So modules, so these three files are developed in a separate machines. Now here I am going to develop one program. So we decided to include the first module in our program, means take a first module and take into your program, and then take the last module that also need in your program, means take a last module. Which module is needed, I'm saying, okay, depends on that. So take a module, this I need, and means take that module and where you need it, that you arrange. Okay, so that is module segments can be used by invoking a name. That is, modules can be included in a program. The module segments can be used by invoking a name and some parameters. So how we will call a function? With the help of function name. So if we decided to pass any value to that function, means we will pass as a parameter. So that's all. Module segments can be used by invoking a name and some parameters. Then module segments can be used by other modules. So one module segment, here we have a program we designed. Okay, so later I'm designing one more program. There also the same concept we are going to write. We need, means again we don't need to write that coding. This coding we can take this code to in the new program. For example, this one we are taking, means take that to in the new program. We can use that one in the new program. So modules can be used in a new programs also. That is another character. Module segments can be used in another modules. Okay, see here we have already a module. Okay, inside we can take one more module also. Inside this we can take one more module. Inside we can take one more module. So like this module can take another module. Module segments can be used by other modules. So these are the characteristics of modules. The next one, benefits of modular programming. So what are the benefits we will get? So already we were discussed some benefits. First one, less code to be written. So instead of writing this big program, so we are dividing, means now we have a very less code. So there is very less code to be written. A single procedure can be developed for reuse. So once we write, that can be reusable. In a program itself, multiple times we want the same logic, means we can take unused. See, this one I want in the same program first time, means that take a copy of that one. One more copy you want, take. How many copies you want? Any number of copies we can take from. Okay, so that is reuse. So program can be designed, procedure can be developed for reuse, eliminating the need to retype the code many times. We are not writing, we are taking a copy from the existing one. Then programs can be designed more easily because a small team deals with only a small part of the entire code. So this part is developed by one team, not one person. Small part, the person is not developing the entire program, so they can concentrate in their concept alone, not subtraction, not division, addition alone they are concentrating, so that we will get the good quality output. The next one, modular programming allows many programmers to collaborate on the same application. Yeah, in a single program developed by this, each module is developed by individual persons, and then the code is stored across multiple files. Yeah, the developed by individual persons, separate developers, means that stored in their machines, that is separate files. Code is short, yes, very less. Big program is divided into small programs. Code is short, simple and easy to understand. Errors can be easily identified as they are localized to the subroutines or functions. So in a big program, that is only one program, means where the error we need to check line by line. Where the error, if the 1000-line codes, means it's not possible to find where the error is in a program. But the 1000-line code is divided into small like these modules, means easily we can identify where the error is, in which module error is, we can easily identify. In that module only we will do our search where the error. We won't search the entire program. So there is a error can be easily identified as they are localized to your subroutines or functions. And the same code can be used in many applications. So already explained you, from this program we take module to another program. Here we took a module. So one program to another program we can take a module, that is include a modules. And then the scoping of variable can be easily controlled. So scoping, in the last video we were discussed scope of variables, that is LEGB rules: local scope, enclosed scope, global scope, and built-in scope. So that is controlled inside the module. What variable we use, that can be accessible only in that module. If we include that in another module, means that can be accessible in that also. That is built-in scope. In the last video we were discussed. So that only the scope of variables can be easily controlled. So these are the benefits of modular programming. So this modular programming is most important while developing a program because of these benefits. So that's all. Thank you.